Now, the Hebrew words that you have before you here are the words, two words, ani ma'amim, I believe. So I have faith, I have belief. So this is the beginning of the 13 principles of the Rambam of Maimonides, and it's going to be discussed by, of course, Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan. But just over here is a little prayer. It's actually a song that we sing. I'm going to lift it up a little bit so it's no problem to see it. Just want to go through it uh, as the start of the spirituality of this idea. Great is the living God and praised. He exists, yet his existence has no time. He is one. No unity is like his. He is hidden. His unity has no end. Now there are one, two, and here's number three. He does not have bodily form. He is not a body. He is beyond compare in his holiness. Number four. He preceded all things that were created. He is first, yet without beginning. Number five. He is the Lord of the world, and all things created display his greatness and his majesty. Number six, he has granted the bounty of his prophecy to the men of his choice and glory. Number seven, there has not arisen another like Moses, a prophet who looked upon his image. That is the image of God. Number eight, God gave a true Torah to his people through his prophet trusted in all his house. God will not replace nor change his law for all time for anything else. Number 10. He sees, he knows our secrets. He sees each thing's end at its very beginning. He rewards man with love as his deeds deserve. He gives the wicked evil according to their wrong. He will send our Messiah at the end of days to redeem those who await his final salvation. God will bring the dead to life with his great love. May his glorious name be blessed for all time. That's a song, actually. It's called Yigdal. Now, here's what the basic idea is. This is what he wants to say. Ani ma'amim, I believe, ba'amuna shalema, with a complete faith, shehabari, that the Creator, Yisbarach Shemo, may his name be blessed, Ubori Umanhig. He is the creator. He is panimi to everything. He's inside of everything. Umanhig the kol haberuim, and he runs all the things that are created. Now, that's beyond our real understanding, ability to understand. V'hu levado, so he's by himself. Asa v'osa v'ya'asa, he made, he makes, he will make. L'kol hamasim, all the different actions, all deeds. Now, this basically, right here, you have the same idea again. Reading it in English, it says, I believe with perfect faith that God is the creator and ruler over all things. He alone has made, does make, and will make all things. So then it starts like this Yigdal, great is the living God and praised. He exists, yes, his existence has no time. Now, there's a commentary on the Mishnah, and I'm learning this as we're going along, so let's see how it goes. It says the first principle involves belief in the existence of God. That's the ani mamim. That's the first principle. The first principle is I believe, and it goes on to say there is a being perfect in every possible way who is the ultimate cause of all existence. All existence depends on him and is derived from him. As we see in Kabbalah, that everything is wrapped around Eric Anpin. That so the reality is really a series of wrappings. It is inconceivable that he does not exist. If he did not exist, everything else would also cease to exist and nothing would remain. If, however, we could imagine that nothing else existed, he would not cease to exist. he would not be diminished in any way. Only God is totally self-sufficient, and therefore unity and mastery belong only to him. He has everything that he needs in himself and does not need anything else at all. Everything else, however, whether it be an angel, a star, or anything associated with them, above or below, all depend on him for their very existence. Let's go on a little bit more and let's see some more ideas here. Reading Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan. The Torah teaches us that this first principle in the first of the I think that is the first of the 10 commandments. I am the Lord your God. Now let's see what he says here as we go into the next part. Code, foundations of the Torah. So he says the ultimate foundation and pillar of wisdom is the realization that there is a first being, one who brought everything else into existence. Everything else in heaven and earth only exists as a result of the reality of his existence. If one could conceive that he did not exist, then neither could anything else exist. If, however, one could conceive that nothing else existed, then he alone would still exist. He would not cease to exist when they did, for all things depend on him. He's the core. But he does not depend on them at all. Therefore, nothing is quite as real as he is. Number 1:4, he says, the prophet therefore said, the Lord God is real. Only he is real. Nothing else is real in the sense that he is. The Torah likewise says, and this is in Deuteronomy, chapter 4, we'll call it Pasuk 35. There is nothing else besides him. Nothing else shares his ultimate reality. 1:5. This being is God, God of the world, Lord of all the earth. His power has neither end nor limit. To know this is one of the commandments of the Torah. It is thus written, I am the Lord your God. Number 3:7, I don't know exactly where this is coming from, the Code of Jewish Law as brought by the Rambam. 5 are in the category of the non-believer, who's called a min. Now, one thing we didn't say is that at the time of the Rambam was a terrible time for Jews. The Almohads had taken over Spain, and many people had to pretend to be Muslim in order to survive there. And the Rambam's family got out. But there was always a question amongst these are refugees. What's so bad about Islam? What's so bad about, I don't know anything. So therefore, he came and he started bringing these ideas in a very fundamental way. One who says that there is no God, that the world has no master. So that's a non-believer. He says now, points for discussion. Now, exactly how that fit together, I'm not sure 100%, but we'll let the listener decide. So, question is, how do we find God? Why do we say that God is both creator and ruler? Is it possible that he be one without being the other? Are there religions or philosophies that only believe in one of these two facets? Now, I'm going to skip this part because I think that it takes a lot away from just the simple ideas of Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan. But this book is available on Amazon, and I really, really, truly believe that would be a good idea for you to buy the book. So anyway, it'll help things go along. This is Baruch Flashman of the Tikkun Elevator Call Out.